There's total dedicated commitment here, and they can still stand side by side, although they favour opposing sides. Well, here are the two teams. Everton have had to make a late change from the side that drew 4-4 at Watford. Alan Irvine pulled out with a knee injury this morning. Trevor Steven takes his place, and they're determined to wipe away the shame of a 5-0 defeat here in the corresponding game last season. Ian Rush scored 4 times that day, and Rush has now shaken off an ankle injury received playing for Wales on Tuesday, so Liverpool are unchanged. The referee is George Tyson from Sunderland. It's his first Merseyside derby. And so it's Everton who get the 130th Merseyside derby underway, and the atmosphere in 3 weeks' time at Wembley when they meet in the Milk Cup final will hardly be more electric than it is here at Goodison Park. Everton with so much to do, but having a good run. In point of fact, they've won only one of their last 24 league derbies against Liverpool, and that was back in 1978. Psychologically, it would do a lot for both sides with that Wembley appointment still to come. Here's Bailey for Everton. Sheedy, who's a former Liverpool player and losing out badly there. Neil finding Souness. The pace will be frantic, particularly in these opening minutes. And Joe Fagan, the Liverpool manager, says these games aren't a battle of wits, they are a real test of character. A throw given Liverpool's way. Craig Johnston with it, trying to set Michael Robinson on, but one of the quickest defenders in the First Division, Kevin Ratcliffe, is there first. And Southall with the jockey cap. It's Whelan getting it away to Rush. Bailey. And Lawrence. Neil. Souness. Lawrence again. And for Souness again. A chip on. Great confidence there in Liverpool's play. Neil on for Rush. Oh, and he got the ball in nicely before the challenge from Bailey came in. Good play here by Liverpool. 7 or 8 touches of the ball, and Everton haven't got near it yet. Whelan. Now Kennedy. Souness. Oh, this is an extraordinary number of passes, and still Everton can't get near to it. Ratcliffe leads in a bit of trouble in the midfield, holding his side and in a lot of pain. Touched the ball on there, but he's got some trouble, and Mountfield in quickly to stop Craig Johnston. Desperately trying to get himself together, and Ronnie Moran is now coming on. In fact, there's a problem for Everton as well. And while Ronnie Moran is giving treatment to Sammy Lee, John Clinkard of Everton needing to give a little bit of treatment to Trevor Steven. So the Liverpool manager Joe Fagan wondering whether Sammy Lee will be fit to go on. And the answer is that Sammy Lee can go on. Trevor Steven also fit. Gray. Took a shove in the back, Andy Gray there from Hansen. It's his first derby game as well since he joined Everton, of course. And he says he had a good goal-scoring record both against, when he was with Wolves and Villa, against Liverpool. Goal kick. Hansen. Liverpool's throw. Ronnie Whelan with it. Kennedy. Robinson. Johnston. Two Everton men are over there. Oh, and he's got past them both. The clip in towards Rush with a header. 1-0. Rush has done it again. What What remarkable work, though, by Craig Johnston on that far side. Hemmed in, but somehow found a way through. Now, how did he do it? Well, that's how. And when the cross came in, there's Rush climbing above Bailey and making it Everton 0, Liverpool 1. Here's Sheedy. Stephen. Sheedy. Heath trying to get behind them, but handsome there. Tremendous work there by Craig Johnston, but equally, what a very good header by Ian Rush. And you can hear those Liverpool fans now. Souness. Neil. Rush. Souness again. Rush, a lovely touch, onside. Johnston now, with Phil Neal right up there in the 6-yard area. And in the end, it took Derek Mountfield to put it behind for the Liverpool corner to get Everton out of another spot. Perilous moments these for Everton. They've got to keep the ship a bit steady. Having conceded one, they won't want to concede another. Sammy Lee is going off. And Steve Nicol, who scored, in fact, in the Derby game at Anfield earlier this year, comes on. And Everton are making a substitution as well. Trevor Stephen, who was injured at around about the same time as Sammy Lee earlier in the game. He goes off, and Alan Harper, a former Liverpool player, comes on. And Liverpool at the moment looking as businesslike as ever they have. Unbeaten in their last 7. Nicol now with a corner for them. And it was Sharp who come back to help out and got it away. Souness with a lovely ball for Steve Nicol, driven in this time. Whelan turning it back once more. Rush there with the header, but that time it was wrong. And the other number 9, Graham Sharp, thankfully gets it away for Everton. They're under siege at the moment. And Liverpool are having it all their own way. Rush. Trying to get Nicol on his way. A beautiful pass and a well-timed run. Nicol again, looking to see who's available. Great save. Almost caught him out. Certainly caught a lot of people out here. They were looking for the pass across the penalty area. And suddenly Nicol let fly. Because there are plenty of red shirts up. And then that marvellous save from Neville Southall. Shove on Sharp there, to be fair. And he batted away and got it. But the ball then ran for Whelan. And an offside against Rush. Just a gentle ticking off for the Liverpool bench from referee George Tyson. Injury time played at the end of the first half. Stevens plays it in. There goes the half-time whistle. And Liverpool go in leading by a goal, yes, yet again from Ian Rush, his 33rd of the season, after some excellent work down the left flank by Craig Johnston. So half-time then here at Goodison Park. It's Everton 0, Liverpool 1. Liverpool get us away at the start of the second half. Everton, who've not lost at home since November, really have a fair amount of work now to do in this second half, even though they are just this 1 goal down. Throw throw for Liverpool by Craig Johnston. Towards Rush. And a goal kick. To say again, with the really strong sun we've got here in Liverpool today, it does make it a problem not only for the players but also for our cameramen, and we apologise if the pictures aren't quite as they normally are. Over 51,000 here at Goodison this afternoon, and those fans there looking for Everton to make it a happier moment than it is right now. Neil cut out by Sheedy, played on for Sharp. Andy Gray is up in support, and a foul there and a free kick, and Lawrenson is going to be booked. Pulling back Sharp, I fancy. The linesman was very quick to flag, and the referee again was well placed. Mark Lawrenson's name goes into the book, and Everton gets a free kick for that foul on Graham Sharp. So the big Scottish striker now where he hopes he can do most damage, making a run towards the near post. Then as Sheedy takes this free kick, and it's headed wide by Mountfield for a goal kick to Liverpool. So Grobbelaar with the goal kick. Johnston. Oh, that for a bit of pace. Looked as though he was capable of getting past Gary Stevens, but he might have a problem here. Off Stevens, though, for the Liverpool throw. Just that one attack got all the Evertonians really roaring. Just want that little bit of encouragement from their team, but they're not getting it at the moment. Sharp. Sheedy. Played on for Reed. This looks better for Everton. Played for Andy Gray. Sheedy again, spreading it wide this time for Harper, the substitute. In for Gary Stevens. This could be interesting, but Grobbelaar goes down a fraction before Heath can get in. Well, a good break there by the 20-year-old Gary Stevens. Johnston, driven from a long way out, and Southall grabbed that just before it crept in by the post. All of 25 yards and more by Craig Johnston. From way outside the box, and you would have seen that would have just crept in. Stevens, Hanson's header, but it falls for Reed. And his pass was nowhere near Adrian Heath. Nicol gets it away. Robinson on the chase, rushes up there with him. And Bailey sprints out as Southall comes out as also. And Robinson and Bailey. And, well, the fists were flying there for a moment. And George Tyson wanting a word with Robinson. I suppose the feeling was that Robinson was in hard on the keeper. Bailey was incensed. And at one point they looked as though they were going to take all comers. A shaking of the hands will cool things off a bit, and they might both be a little fortunate to get away without at least going in the book. That's what Bailey was incensed about, and that's when the fun and games started, and then they all started converging on the keeper. I only think that Everton must have got some stick from manager Howard Kendall at half-time to go out and compete a little more than they did in the first half, but Neil gets there first for Liverpool and gets it back. And Nicol very nearly gets it through to Craig Johnston. Quarter of an hour of the second half gone, and it's really warming up now, but Liverpool still leading by a goal to nil. Back a long way by Phil Neal to Bruce Grobbelaar. Joe Fagan shows no emotion at all. Ronnie Moran's got plenty to say on the left. Sammy Lee, as you can see on the right, has now changed. Substituted in the first half confirming that he's got a rib injury. Sharp, played in for Heath. Might still come for Andy Gray. Oh, and Grobbelaar pulled that one down as though it was everyday business to him. And the ball really had bounced Liverpool's way here for Andy Gray. Hit first time and pulled down with great ease by Grobbelaar. Stevens. Reed. Bailey. Cross in towards Andy Gray. It might come for Harper. Oh, and a penalty given. A penalty given for the shove on Andy Gray. Well, that will be a controversial decision and no mistake. Bailey played it in. And it was the shove there by Kennedy that the referee said he saw, and Grobbelaar now has some work to do. But how many would be in Graham Sharp's boots now? It saved it! What a disaster for Everton. It could so easily have got back into it there. But Sharp's not very firmly taken penalty was saved by Bruce Grobbelaar. Gray. A little talk of misunderstanding, but Stevens was there. Reed, who's popped up things quite well in the second half of the midfield for Everton. And now Souness leading the charge. But the bounce was an unpleasant one, and he might get it back yet. He's brought down now in a real rough and tumble there with John Bailey. And the referee is reaching for a book. I would have thought for John Bailey to go into it. Bailey going across a challenge there. All his family are Liverpudlians supporting Liverpool, John Bailey, and he told me he's got about 15 of them here today that he's had to find tickets for. There's the wall, that's Southall's view. Stopped by the wall. Phil Neal hitting it in amongst the Liverpool fans. Well, it's a great day for them if they can beat Everton. And of late, they have been making a habit of it. So Alan Harper on as a substitute for Trevor Steven. It's the impression there with that picture that he's just about given everything that he's got to give. Stevens. Heath. Still Neal. Claiming that he was shoved off the ball there. Bailey. Robinson couldn't keep it in. It'll be an Everton throw. 6 minutes to go. Gray up. Sharp up. Heath up. Now can Harper make it? Yes, he can! 1-1. The former Liverpool man, Alan Harper, makes it 1-1 with a little over 5 minutes left. Touched on there by Gray, touch on there by Sharp, a flick on there by Heath, and a marvellous sight for Evertonians as it goes past Grobbelaar and makes it 1-1. What a story. Came here today not thinking he'd play. Alan Irvine goes out. In goes Trevor Stephen. Harper's the sub. And he gets on to really make a name for himself. And you can be sure that Graham Sharp now feels a lot happier about the situation. Still, Joe Fagan finding a bit of pressure that he really didn't suspect after that first half when Liverpool dominated it. Souness. Kennedy, I don't think will get it. It'll be a throw to Everton. It looks as though honours are going to be even, but it really has set up the Milk Cup final. Particularly in this second half when Everton have competed so well. Reed, Sheedy, made for Bailey. And again, but Gray won't get there. Lawrenson whacks it away into the stand. They're playing time, added on. Pressure on Howard Kendall in these last moments. But it certainly must have been a lot down to him at half-time because he really got his team out in the second half in a totally different frame of mind. Referee looking at his watch. The final whistle. And in the end, probably the right result. Liverpool dominated the first half when Rush scored, and then Harper scored in the second half when Everton came out and really showed they meant business in a competitive Merseyside final. So they come off knowing that they meet again at Wembley in 3 weeks' time. 1-1 here today. What, though, will the answer be in the Milk Cup final? An enthralling second half and a final score then. Everton 1, Liverpool 1.